As you guys know, Apple recently released iOS 9 Beta 1 to developers recently at WWDC 2015 this year. Of course, all Apple geeks will try their best to get their hands on this brand new firmware. I personally installed this on my iPhone 5s and I found some neat features throughout the firmware. These are some iOS 9 features that you probably didn't know about. Firstly, ever wanted your mute switch on your iPhones to work as something else? With iOS 9, you can toggle the function of the mute switch between screen rotation lock and the muting of your device. This feature can be pretty handy for devices like the iPhone 6 Plus, as users will be spending most of their time rotating their devices for media consumption and so much more. Secondly, fire up your podcast application and you'll be greeted with a new redesigned Unplayed tab. This tab basically shows you your podcast episodes that are unplayed and some that you are listening to. Furthermore, when you're listening to podcasts, you now have a moon icon at the bottom left of the screen, which I believe represents a timer for the playing of your podcast. You can set it from 5 minutes to an hour before the podcast stops. This is pretty handy if you don't want to be distracted by podcasts and end up spending too much time on it. Thirdly, ever thought of stepping up the security on your devices? You now can add passcodes up to 6 digits instead of the usual 4 digits that we are all used to ever since iOS introduced passcodes. This makes your devices more secure with over 1 million variations of codes to crack. Happy cracking, thieves. Next, in the new Photos application, we now have a carousel view at the bottom of the screen when we are scrolling through our photos. This feature makes it so much easier for us to scroll through our photos quickly and finding the right photos that we are looking for in our iOS devices. In the new Photos application, we are now able to quickly select our photos in a much more convenient way by just swiping our fingers across the photos to basically select it. This makes it so much easier for us to select large amount of photos instead of tapping them one by one. It's so much more convenient this way. Now you know what to do when your friend tries to go Chuck Norris on that shutter button. Lastly, in any application, when you're using the iOS keyboard, you can basically put 2 fingers on your keyboard and the keyboard now acts as a trackpad. Through this feature, you can basically scroll through your text to quickly go to places where you need to edit. Many will think that this feature only works with the iPads, but it works just fine on the iPhones as well. This really provides a much better experience for typing and editing on your iOS devices. Did I miss out any new hidden features on iOS 9? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below if you guys find anything special on this new firmware. Once again, if you guys enjoyed this video, do leave me a thumbs up as it really helps up the channel a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys on my next video.